Welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in because today we're talking about building your future. Seriously, think of your ultimate long-term career dream as this magnificent skyscraper. Well, you can't just slap a penthouse on a patch of dirt, right? You need a rock-solid foundation first. And in life, that foundational architecture is smart money management. We're going to explore the incredible connection between mastering your personal finances today and actually achieving that career success you're dreaming about for tomorrow. It's a fascinating blueprint, and I really can't wait to walk you through it.
Right out of the gate, our source material hits us with this incredibly powerful statement. Financial skills are life skills. I mean, it's so simple, but profoundly true. This isn't just about doing math or staring at numbers on a screen. Early financial awareness is literally the bedrock of responsible decision-making. When you learn how to manage your money, you're actually learning how to manage your life, your choices, and ultimately, your independence. And that means you get to dictate your career on your own terms.
So here is our structural blueprint for today's Explainer. We're going to start with financial skills for life. Then we'll unpack needs versus optional wants and move right into building a strategic budget. From there, we'll reinforce things by saving for future goals. And finally, we'll put the roof on our house with your academic and career plan.
Okay, let's dive straight into Section 1, Financial Skills for Life. This is where we start laying the groundwork and pouring the concrete for your financial house.
A lot of people dread this topic, but try thinking of personal finance not as some tedious chore, but as your essential toolkit. It's the direct, tangible link connecting the career paths you choose to your overall well-being. Grasping these basic financial literacy concepts completely transforms what can often feel like a super intimidating, confusing topic into a deeply empowering tool. And the best part? It's a tool that you completely control.
And the core goal here absolutely isn't just hoarding cash. It's about promoting responsible, balanced goals. It's about shifting your entire perspective so you adopt the strategic mindset of a thinker and a planner. Because when you think and plan ahead, you aren't just reacting to life as it throws things at you. You are intentionally designing it.
Moving right along to Section 2, Needs versus Optional Wants. With our foundation poured, we really need to look at the daily choices that frame up our financial structure.
I want to ask you something directly, right now. Just think about the very last thing you bought. Was that purchase an essential need, or was it an optional want? It's a tough question, right? But challenging how you view your everyday decisions is a huge step. We so often blur the lines between what we literally must have to survive and what we simply just desire in the moment. And it really breaks down quite simply. Essential needs are your absolute basic necessities. We're talking housing, groceries, utilities. Optional wants, on the other hand, are discretionary lifestyle choices, things like eating out, snagging the latest gadget, or going to the movies. Being able to clearly distinguish between these two categories and actually understanding the contrasting costs associated with different lifestyles is absolutely crucial for building strong walls for your financial house.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 3, Building a Strategic Budget. Now that we know the difference between needs and wants, it's time to actually raise those walls through deliberate, intentional budgeting.
I know. The word budget can sound super restrictive and like a total buzzkill. But let's redefine it. A budget is simply the process of responsibly allocating your funds. Strategic budgeting is absolutely not about penny pinching or stopping yourself from ever having fun again. Actually, scratch that, it's the exact opposite. It's about directing your money purposefully toward your specific goals. You are telling your money where to go instead of looking at your bank account and wondering where the heck it went.
Now, what's really interesting to consider is a hypothetical breakdown. Imagine carving your income into a pie, where 50% goes to needs, 30% goes to wants, and 20% goes straight into savings. I invite you to just imagine taking your own monthly income and applying it to a system like this. Breaking it down proves that you can absolutely cover your essentials, save for the future, and still have a dedicated, guilt-free slice of the pie just for the things you want.
So how do we actually do this? Well, here are some incredibly practical steps to take that hypothetical concept and make it your own personal budget. It's a clean, logical system. First, you identify exactly what's coming in. Second, you calculate what you absolutely need to survive. Third, you pay your future self by setting a clear savings goal. And finally, whatever is left over is yours to allocate to your wants. It's a process that totally removes the stress from money management and completely prevents that dreaded end-of-month panic.
All right, Section 4, Saving for Future Goals. Because a house with just walls isn't going to keep you safe from a storm, right? We need to reinforce our financial house by preparing for the unexpected.
Developing a really strong saving habit is exactly what makes your financial architecture resilient. Because let's face it, life throws curveballs. By setting money aside, you're creating a crucial buffer for emergencies so a sudden expense doesn't completely derail your life. But simultaneously, you're also actively funding those massive long-term goals you've been dreaming about.
What's kind of wild, and actually a really fascinating angle from our source material, is that smart saving isn't just about sticking cash in a piggy bank. It involves a much broader perspective. Understanding big-picture concepts like global trade and currency differences actually impacts your purchasing power locally. It makes you a much savvier global citizen and consumer, and it really connects the money in your pocket to the wider interconnected world.
And finally, we reach Section 5, your academic and career plan. It's time to finally put the roof on our financial house and look at your big-picture future.
This brings us to the Academic and Career Plan, or ACP. This is basically a powerful 4-year timeline that helps you outline exactly how to align your high school courses with your actual career interests and post-secondary goals. It beautifully maps out how the early financial awareness we've been talking about this whole time logically progresses into a concrete, actionable plan for your education and your life after graduation.
So the real key takeaway here is this. Money management is not some isolated subject you learn about and forget. It is a vital, totally integrated tool for your future academic and career success. By aligning your spending today with your goals, you're doing things like funding that critical unpaid internship or saving up for the exact tools you need to launch a business. The smart money choices you make right now are the exact mechanisms that will directly support your career dreams of tomorrow.
We've laid the foundation, raised the walls, and put on the roof. You now have the architectural blueprints for financial success. But as we all know, a blueprint is just a piece of paper until you actually start swinging a hammer. So I want to leave you with this. Looking at everything we've covered today, what will be the very first step in designing your own academic and career plan? The tools are officially in your hands. It's time to start building.